Hello everybody, welcome to Dutchman's Games. This is Italian Grassland. It is my favorite map. We have 4 versus 4. Attackers are Dutchman, Spartan, Gandalf the Gay, and DNCQ Payne. Defenders are Jack Churchill, Mad Jack, Killer Fusion 17, Aurelianus, Augustus, and Sergeant Carroll. Both are with 7th MI or 7 something. Map. I do know the attackers, Spartan, Gandalf, and Payne are the great players. Defenders, I don't know much about them, so I'm pretty excited to see how these guys are playing. The whole goal of this is just, keeping the Napoleon Total War community strong, learn from it, and then have new players joining us and having exciting games. Now, from macro view, this is the rules are, I believe, 5 lights, no artillery. We have 2 French players on the flanks and Britain on the left. The game is going to be pretty quick, so I'll try to compact as much as I can at the start of the game. With this map, the priority is these 2 hills, the center forest. But since this is a 4 versus 4, we have a complete map, and so it extends far left behind this hill. So this is a good outflanking opportunity, as well as on the other side. On the right hand side, you could see these are the 2 places that you could outflank and have an exciting game. I believe most times the center is a place we'll get bogged down. And here goes the game. We have 4 Prussians as our opponents. I'm gonna put this on slow motion, just go over army composition quickly. Standard General, Polish. So this is just a combination of line infantry, lights. We do have 2 National Guards, and Swiss and Polish. I don't see any elites here. So this is interesting. They don't have any old guards. On the other side, also I don't see any cav here. So lots of infantry, but no cav. Interesting. On this side, what we have is King's German Legions, elite. We have light dragoons. We have 4 more light dragoons from the other opponent. We do have a few lights, 4 lights, I believe. Foot, General Staff. I don't see many elites on the King's Germans are morale 7. These are Lightfoots. Wow, only one elite, so very low on light on elites too. In the center, lots of lights. Foot. We do have a few foot guards. Standard General. And my side, I'm sending my cav to get the hill. This is where most battles are fought. My standard army is, I do have the 4 Chasseurs Safals, Standard General Staff. I do have 4 Chasseurs, 2 Militia, probably 2 old guards, and 1 light guard, a young guard. There you go. And 4 Polish Legions, along with, I should have the Brave with me too. Okay, with that, let the battle start. There's a lot going on. I'm going to have this map open up. So we're going to concentrate right now on the center. Based on this map, we could see where the action is, I'm assuming. So at this side we have stakes set up. The Prussians have stakes set up. Center. The Brits have the center. And to the right, I'm holding the forest. I'm very happy about that. And right now we're just facing each other. But I do have the forest, which I prefer. And I have my militia to the left, supported by the old guard. And my cav was moved to the center to get the hill. We got the hill. Now it's time for me to pull back my cav. This is good. Support of the forest. There will be a shootout. Over here. A nice outflanking too. Okay, it seems that the center is pretty secured. We do have learned the stakes at advantage of reflecting the bullets. Very well wrapped by Prussian forces. Yeah, this looks dangerous for the French player. Prussia managed to survive the cav. They still have all 4 cav and they're pulling back. Very well played by Prussia here. I think over here France has the advantage. Over here England has the advantage. Wow, cav charge. Very nicely followed up by the infantry, and is pulling them back. Excellent play by England. England definitely has the advantage, even if they're getting outflanked. Oh, look at that! It's beautiful. Shooting into the hill. You see that? You gotta avoid these mistakes. Excellent work. Put him in the square. Cover shots. Both in square. Very well done. This is absolutely epic. Look at that. Wow. Center is pretty weak. England is holding his forces in the forest. There's a lot of support from Prussian side toward my side. So I think these are all extra units on the left sent to the left flank. So I have to pull back and hold my time and try just do a shootout here. Retreating my forces. Don't want to be in the line of fire. Oh wow, this cav is going all out. Wow, look at him, 1 cav unit, 1, 2, 3, 4 units. This is going to go toward England. Concentration of forces right here and better positioning. And it seems the hill is pretty secure too by the British forces. Over here, I really enjoy this corner. France had no other option than to retreat. This is just too much. Prussia is well positioned. And these stakes, believe it or not, they make such a huge impact. Like you see the second line is just bleeding men too, it's too close. Nice push here by Prussia. Wow, there's huge battle going on this side too, I guess. Okay, center is broken actually. Wow, look at you see that? Well played by England. Having the forest makes a huge difference. So the center is broken. Now Britain can shift 4 units to left and right. It's going to be hard contact between these left and right flanks. These guys are all low on morale. Wow. You don't want to do a shootout against the forest. France pulling back once again. I have seen this type of this style of play, compact units, shoulder to shoulder, and it's very effective. You know, you get hits, but it's going to be divided over 2 units. So in long term, you could definitely destroy a unit while both of units going to survive. This is something you want to be careful. I'll give it to Prussia over here. The general is too far away, you want to have him closer. Wow, so wow, look at that. This French player does not care. It breaks right through the Prussian player and is going support to outflank. Wow, look at that. Very aggressively played by Prussia. That was a good push by Prussia, but they had a better positioning. But the French just very well played, pulled back, and at all times having support, and now using the forest. Too much running around. All right, let's take a look on the other side. So this side, pretty much, the attackers have it. Now it's coming push from my side. I love the chasseurs. Good morale. They can absorb a shock, and they shoot back. Good reloading rate. Just to get an idea, so this is a static line. You stretch your lines, your lights in front, your line in the back, still too close to each other. You see the second line's been bleeding, man. So this is the standard setup. What I'm trying to do is, you could see I'm concentrating my forces on one side. So here I'm just holding them as much as I can, but I'm applying pressure far right. So my cav got there 2-3 cav units, supported by infantry and my lights. So you see the number of units on one flank. Now I'm breaking it, and so it's opening up. And here you have only one unit and a few here holding back the entire army basically. Brits are playing aggressively. So, wow, look at that, this side. So the Prussia started from here and they just made a complete 180 and went around the French player. This is very interesting, how dynamic the movement of the units just went completely around them, 180, and the French are on the other side. But the game is pretty much over on the left flank. France and Britain did an excellent job on our left flank, and they won the day. Now it's the fight is on the right side. We kind of decided for these guys to stay where they are and let us do our own fighting. So now England is pushing from left and I'm pushing from right. So you could see this cav just madness through the lines, wreaking havoc here, but followed up by infantry, forcing these guys to square, and the infantry can shoot. Complete out of formation too. And again, depleted units, but concentrating them on one flank will do the job. And these cav units again coming from around. So that's how you want to attack. You can't do face to face and just shoot it out. You want to find leverage. It's all about the positioning. You see these lights too? I'm not worried anymore. There's no one behind them. I don't see any cav, so there's no point for these guys to charge. By the time they charge, they're gonna get shot. So if there's no cav, I could leave them right in the center, They are exposed, but still secure because there's no cav. My cav kind of following these guys, making sure they don't come back. Now this is shattered, but this unit can still come back. It's only broken. Pay attention to that too, broken and shattered. So always goes hand in hand. You attack, form up your line, shoot at the square. And then you come right back again. Form a square, and now you can shoot them. Another advice I have is don't form your lines within the fire range. Pull back so you're out of range, then you could straighten your lines. You just lost a unit here by maneuvering within the firing range. Don't fight the forest. I've noticed actually lately that a lot of games I'm playing, people tree hugging basically throughout the game. A lot of people learn the advantage of forest, and so it's a lot more difficult for me fighting them because they just stay around forest and I have to go and attack them. So these guys are just holding the ground back there, and we are pushing from both flanks. Now, mind the time too. You have to be careful to finish it within time. I lost this flank, and no wonder too. Most of my forces are on the left side. I need them more on the right side. My general is being very active here. Facing the wrong way, guys. That old guard is so deadly. They have such a quick rerolling rate. Great aiming. I did lose my general. I did not want to lose him in form of square, but too late. Well done by Prussia. Prussia's putting up a really good fight here. You see how well they're using the forest and holding us back? And by now, we do outnumber them. This last unit is going for a charge. So they do have 2 generals here. Do I get a chance to shoot at these guys?
Infantry!
And it's another general. So one thing that this game is pretty much over, but our partners, our opponents wanted, have a little fun with this. So he moved his general away. This is Gerald von Scharnhorst. He is exhausted, but he is able to get away. Last minute ditch to send moral support, regroup, but didn't work. He was able to pull his general out of the action, and we are like, come on man, bring the general down, its game is over. I am going to fast forward this to see what happens to these generals. In the meantime, the things I want to say is you always want to stick together. You don't want to have gaps between your forces. Use the forest well. Make sure at the start of the game get the hill and the forest. It's the most important part of the game. We do have light dragoons. These guys are pretty fast, so they should be able to catch up. Tired, so they should be able to catch up. We still have one more to go here. Gerald is trying to escape the action, but there's still time on board, and we have calves. Left over my units, left over British forces. Let's see what's going on now. He's been smart actually. Remember at the start of the game there were stakes put up by Prussia. So he's going toward those stakes, even though exhausted. Let's see if he's going to be able to make it. I'm going to fast forward this. We're sending all our cav that way. The French player is trying to close the exits. And he is going toward these stakes. Where are these guys? Wow, look at this bloodshed. There they are. Not a bad idea, especially for his French players following him. Smart, very smart. Look at him, daring him. But the French player did see that, noticed the stakes, and so he's not gonna go. Good move. On the other hand, we have more cav coming. So let's see how this turns out to be. He's daring him, you see that?
Immédiatement!
And with that, the game is over. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a fun battle. Definitely epic. Dutchman had 1187 losses, 1456 kills. Spartan, both around 950. Gandalf did really well, 1344 killed versus 895 losses. Did really well. He's a good player. Payne played as France, definitely did well against Sergeant Carroll. Draw them in and be able to beat them. Mad Jack, he was facing my side. 1519 losses, 1010 killed. Killer Fusion, he had only 805 killed, 1188 losses. Aurelianus Augustus, 880 killed, 1601 losses. So yeah, the center was a little bit weaker than the flanks. Sergeant Carroll did really well putting up the stakes and then extending his lines. 1303 enemy killed, 1311 losses. So hopefully everyone enjoyed this. Until the next battle, cheers.